GVN gang, welcome back. I know I've been away for about 2 months. I understand. I said I'll be making stuff every week, and hey, here I am again, 2 months later, saying the same shit. I do apologise. As I said before, it's been pretty crazy, and it's only getting crazier for me at the moment. So I'm trying to fit everything in, trying to make sure that I get everything done. And music has sort of fell to the sideline, which is horrible for me because I love making music. I'm very passionate about it. So I'm here today. I'm listening to new music, and Amiri is a guy that sort of stands out to me as one of the people that will be around for a very long time. I don't think that he's going anywhere personally, and the people that he has around him now are really strong in the music space anyway. So this is a rendition of a beat that I think that he would sound good on. So this is what the beat sounds like. Alright guys, so what I've got here basically is 3 melodies. The main chords, which you obviously need for every beat. The main lead / synth, so sort of like a Amiri type synth that I went for. And then just a little bit ear candy in the background that sort of gives it a little bit of spice, because you don't want shit just sounding flat. So I've just added that there just to make it sound a little bit more full. It adds a little bit of texture as well and gives me more room for variation. So I'll go through these melodies one at a time and just show you sort of my thought process for Amiri. So the first chord's here, very basic. I've basically taken the same chord twice. I've used this F here. I've pressed Control. So originally it was here. I've pressed Shift Control to select it, and then Control up arrow to put it higher, so then the frequencies don't clash. And then this is the exact same over here as well. So I pretty much this was on the A sharp, and I've just controlled down to just to give it a bit of a lower texture as well. And then I've got an off key F just to sort of throw that in there, because a lot of Amiri or Droid Kenjis, they have some parts where they're actually off key, and you'll hear that listen to Droid Kenji's You Don't Love Me. I think it's that song, but there's like a key in there you can distinctly tell it's off key. But I think it sounds better this way, and this is what the first melody sounds like just by itself. Excuse me guys, it's all serum. I forgot to say it's all serum. I'll go through. So the first sound was Pluck Paras. It's from the it's passing my mind now. It's from the Zenoza kit. I think it's Bot Sound kit. It's in there. Really good sounds for like Yeet Beats and Destroy Lonely Beats. So I use that a fair bit when I get the chance. But yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys know that's what it is. And the next sound is Lead Walk. So I just wanted to get that out there before I forget. So like I said, Lead Walk. It's from a Young Yanabu kit. It's a free kit, I believe, as well. So pretty much here, I'm just following the bass, the chords. So there's a couple of off keys, and I've sort of just done it as like a strum, and then they go into that off key F, and then down into it's. To be honest, I believe this is off key as well. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty positive it is. And then we've added the variation of putting sort of like a strum back up at the end. It's sort of like a higher frequency. Obviously, you need leads to be sort of standoutish, and that's what I wanted to go with this. Is sort of like a higher pitch lead, because a lot of Amiri beats do have that sort of higher pitch sound that sort of overarches it, but a lot of them have sort of like a high pitched lead. So this is what the lead sounds like just by itself. So you can basically hear that part where it's just sort of, it leads back into the drop, which is what I sort of wanted to achieve with this one. So that's the main lead just by itself as well. So the next one is basically the ear candy I was just talking about. So I've just added sort of like an RP type of, I don't know what to call it, like a pluck. Let's just check and see what it is. I don't remember. Yeah, it's like a synth, sort of like a calm synth by Snomed, Kayako 808. Yeah, I'll probably get penetrated for the names, but yeah. So essentially, it's just an ARP of the chords that I've just played. So I'll go down a few octaves and just show you sort of what it looks like. So you can see it just sort of follows the same pattern. I've just moved it around to sort of match what I sort of wanted for the beat. Is sort of just like a sort of like a fantasy, sort of, I don't know, interstellar type of, galactic type of feel, where you just feel like you're going out of space. Similar to sort of like a Lil Uzi type of melody. So I've chucked this in. I've got a lot of different things on the actual mixer itself. So I've got, oh, that's a lie. So I've just got one EQ just to get rid of some of the highs and the lows, and then I've gotten rid of the lows, some of the highs completely, just so it's like more of a muted high. It's not, it doesn't get too crazy. And then I've just added a filter as well. I don't remember which one it was. Looks like it's just tree display, so it's just sort of like one of the default presets. So this is what the sounds like just by itself, and this is just the ear candy on top, so I can just add variation, as I said before. Alright, so basically guys, I just wanted to show you what it sounds like all together. Obviously the melodies sound okay by themselves, but when they sort of create a full melody, this is sort of what it sounds like. This is the sound I was going for, which worked really well for me. So this is what this sounds like with all the melodies playing at the same time. Ooh, gee! Move on to the drums now. I'm just going to show you the basics of what I've done with all the drums, and then we'll we'll just sort of kick through these pretty quick, just so I can show you sort of an outline of what I've done. First we'll start with the 808, and pretty much all these sounds have come from the same kit, which is Prod Rogs's. I've probably butchered the name as well. I keep kicking something. I don't know what's down here, but I keep kicking it. But yeah, so it's called the Geek Drum Kit. You can see it on the left hand side. I've just opened it up here. And pretty much all of my sounds go off this same kit. There's only probably one sound, which is the snare, that I haven't included. And I don't remember which kit that is from, and I don't want to go through. I think it's from Rios, which looks like it because it's RL. But yeah. So essentially I've got an 808 here right now. And this is sort of like the 808 I was talking about. That's sort of off key. So it goes, I'll just go down. So it sounds off key because technically it should be here. It should be lining up with the same one because it's the same chord twice over. But it actually, in my opinion, I really like the 808 when it's sort of off key. And it just depends on what you want to achieve. But with these types of beats, I really wanted there to be a deep sound because it just matches Rich Amiri's voice so well. So this is what the 808 sounds like just by itself. And you can add variation there as well. I sort of did like a slide at the end. So to do the slide, obviously you just click this arrow here if you're not sure. And you can sort of just create any sort of slide that you want, similar to what happens in UK drill. I just like to sort of add little variations here and there so it doesn't sound like the same boring 808. I like to spice it up a little bit. But obviously this is just one. This would probably be just 4 bars, and then 8 bars I'd change variation as I go across, probably not with the slide. That would probably be on the second bar. But that is what the 808 sounds like, guys. Next is just a simple clap. So the clap will sound like this. Very, very basic, nothing crazy there. Then we go into the hi-hat. So pretty much I've gone for sort of like it's pretty repetitive. There's nothing too crazy going on. I've just added some rolls here and there, and you can do that by pressing Shift Control and then Alt. To select it, press Shift Control and then just hover with your left click, and then press Alt and A if you're on Windows, which I am, and then you can just use this to manipulate the time that it's being used. So this is what the hi-hats sound like just by themselves. Sounds like a army march for some reason, but that's just what the hi-hats sound like. The next couple of sounds is just an open hat, a perk, and a snare. So I will go through each one of them. Very, very basic. There's a little variation. I mean, instead of 2, there's 1 hitting. So this is what the open hat sounds like just by itself. Very, very simple, straightforward. You don't have to make drums too crazy in beats like this. To be honest, I've tried to keep it as simple as possible because I sort of want this to be a placement type of beat, not a beat that I'm trying to show everyone how many drums I can add into a FLP. So that's what that sounds like. Next is just a perk. So I've only just got 3 rolls here, so you'll just hear this now. So this is what the perk sounds like just by itself. and it's just to add texture, because obviously you want a little bit of texture. You don't want everything to sound very, very boring and flat. So as I said prior, that you just sort of want to have sounds that sort of catch your ear, and sort of have more things to hear it like throughout the beat. As soon as you're listening to it, you hear obviously the artist, but you'll hear things the second time that you won't the first. The last one is the snare, and again, no crazy patterns, just simple. This is what the snare sounds like just by itself as well. And that is all the drums, guys. I'll play all the drums together now, and I'll just show you what it sounds like. That is it for the beat, guys. Let me know what you thought. Obviously, I'll play it again at the end just so you guys can hear it. But let me know what you thought. Let me know what you want to hear again. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. Just give me as much support as possible. I need to push. Obviously, I don't need your support, but obviously it does help a lot. So any subscriptions, I've seen a lot of you guys watching, just not a lot of people subscribing. I understand. It's easy to watch something, not subscribe to something, but it will mean the world to me if you did subscribe, if you're watching this. I appreciate everyone's support regardless. To the people that have subscribed to me, thank you so much. And thanks for sticking with me. I appreciate it. And you haven't left. I've noticed every single subscriber has not left, which is great to see. So like, come subscribe. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Peace.